Good morning, family. Welcome in, everybody. Day one of these new 150Ks. We have 5 funded 150Ks. Let's go ahead and manage our group, get everything so they're all together. 150Ks funded, baby. Ow! Go ahead, put the group in. Now, the goal today, honestly, I'm excited. I mean, we have the opportunity, but we don't got to go crazy with it. Work. Good morning, King Pavi. The gentlemen are always so bright and early. Appreciate you boys for being here. Let's get focused. Let's get serious. Let's make it happen. Got a little bit to do here from my end. First day of these 150s. We have a week ahead. No news today, but news for the rest of the week pretty much. Exciting things are rolling out. Can we take advantage of it? Let's make it happen. Yo, May, good morning, King. Let's go. Let's lock in. We have the chance right here. Let's focus in, King. Yo, book out. Appreciate you for being here again, King. Means the most. Danny, good morning, Queen. GPT, appreciate you for letting us know we got news at 9:45. Let's go, family. Appreciate that too, GPT. Good morning, Queen. How are you doing? TFF is your code? Yes, Dave. TFF. Trading for freedom, brother. Trade for family, I guess. Trading for freedom. There comes the volume spike right away. NASDAQ trying to find some bids through these daily high. The green line is our daily high price. Where did we get to yesterday into yesterday's range? We're coming kind of into yesterday's high at the 708. So we'll see that reaction in the previous day high there. Dave says trading for family. Always. Freedom and family, my man. I'll put it in there for you again because you seem to need that there. Let's go pin that message. Let's go. Oh, NASDAQ touching into high a day at the 676s. Previous day high is at 707. We'll see what reaction we can get there. Let's make it happen today, family. Let's make it happen. Good morning, Santiago. Welcome in, King. Means the most that you're here, brother. And I'm already locked out. Let's go. TP hit. Pobby. I love it. You're getting your trades early in the morning, man. That's what it's about right now. Let's go, Matrix. Welcome in, baby. Welcome in, King. Today's the day. I can almost taste a second funded account. Yes, sir. I believe in you. I see it too. I see it too, Pobs. NASDAQ starting to respect into this range. Previous day high is going to be interesting to see how we auction there. We obviously had a lot of resistance here at the top of the 15-minute range price yesterday at these 670s. So see if we can auction through. See what looks like we want. NASDAQ looks like we kind of want to push higher here, to be completely honest. I think longs could be strong today. Good morning. Good luck to all. Let's go, Diego. Good morning, King. Appreciate you for being here. Absolutely, probably well deserved. Get him, T. Appreciate you for being here, Matt. Let's go, King. Let's try. We'll do our best. Smash those likes. Good morning, Kings and Queens. Corey, good morning, King. Welcome in, sir. Smash that like button, family. Our goals hit 30. Let's see if we can have some good momentum here to start these new 150Ks. We have all the opportunity. Get paid. Might not try to hit it in a home run, but you guys know my style. We're going to see what we can do. NASDAQ's coming down into the hourly. VWAP would be interesting. I kind of think longs are going to be winning today, actually. So we'll see what happens. Here comes... I wouldn't mind finding a little EMA hold here. I might be patient, but kind of like to see the EMA try to hold here. Maybe VWAP. I'm going to be patient today, a little bit more than usual. Good morning, fam. You know what time it is. Yes, sir, TLR. We know what time it is, King. Opportunity. Good morning. Welcome in. Stopping by to hit like. New work schedule for me is 8 to 4 Pacific time, only for a bit. Ugh. Diego, I'm glad it's only for a little while, King. We'll miss you while you're gone. Appreciate you for stopping in, though. Every morning before I trade, I say a little prayer. I like that, Pops. Get that mindset right. Get your gratitude in the right spot. We have the opportunities here every single day to change our lives, so blessed to even have the opportunity to try. Let's ride, Book. I love it, man. Let's ride, King. Hey, my man. Avi, what's up, King? Welcome in, brother. Love having you here, as always. W work. W Pobby. Let's go, baby. NASDAQ touching into the EMA here at the 645s. High a day at the 676s. I think longs are going to be in for the moment, but we got to wait and see. See if we can get them pushed to here. They're already trying it. They're trying it back off the EMA tap. A little bit more patient today. There's no news today. Oh, wait, no. News at 9:45, you said. I didn't think we had news today. GPT said we had some news at 9:45. I actually thought we didn't have any today on Tuesday. I know tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday we do, but what is dropping in 11 minutes then? GPT, do you know what it is? Excuse me. PMI 9:45. I thought that was yesterday. Interesting. Interessante. Final services PMI. Okay. Y'all are tapped in. I love it. That's my team right there. That's why we all here together. PMI dropping in 11 minutes. NASDAQ's coming down into the EMA here. Feels like it wants to cut through a little bit more. If it starts to hold, it could give us a reaction. I kind of want to see VWAP maybe. VWAP might be a little too deep. Did we defend the previous day high? We did. Coming down into the VWAP now maybe. Here comes the NASDAQ. Feels like we're getting stuck inside of the same type of a range. I wouldn't be opposed to trying a little attempt here. I gotta turn trade mode on. Trade mode on. Wouldn't be opposed to trying a little VWAP move. See if we can get some reaction down there for the longs to try to hold. Nice wick right there already coming into the price. NASDAQ's trying to hold this EMA. Interesting. Yesterday, 10 a.m. was ISM. Okay. Appreciate you, Corey, for the clarification. Might have to go to the doctor's or emergency room. My ear's been muffled for a couple days now. Not sure if I got water in it. I feel like Helen Keller. Pobby, that sounds awful, King. Ears are like, ooh. I had a lot of, when I was younger, I had ear infection so bad I had to get my tubes put in, and my ears were like, it's a sensitive spot for me, so. Yo, there's 26 people watching, family. If y'all could hit that like button early, would get well over our goal of 20, or get close to our goal of 30. It would mean the most. I appreciate y'all for being here. We have 5 fresh 150K funded accounts. See if we can get paid out of them. See what we can do, what type of trouble we can find here. NASDAQ coming into the EMA, depth down pretty deep into it. So that was the 48s into the 26s. Coming back up now, threatening high of day. I would have liked a little VWAP tap there. I might have tried it for a long, but got to be patient. See what we can get for opportunities. NASDAQ's looking strong right now. Up into the highs. Just flashed out a new high day there. Flashed high a day already. Kind of an interesting little range. Probably not going to be able to hit what I want to hit, which would be obviously our home run where we look for a strong move unless we get a little bit better price action. Might have to be looking for like base hits type of trades today, or we just kind of look for a certain amount of points, maybe 1-to-1s. I'm going to put 25 on, so 5 per account. We only have a 1,700 daily loss, so hopefully this first trade can hit to build our buffer, and then from there we can go ahead and look for more positions with a little bit higher size. We'll see what happens. NASDAQ flicked through the previous opening print candle, take out new highs, still auctioning towards the EMA. Nothing set up yet. Let's be patient, family. Coming back down into the EMA again. I feel like we're auctioning towards previous day high here. We're kind of threatening towards it, staying inside of the range. If we do get a VWAP opportunity, I'm going to try it. Coming back into the EMA now. Ooh. We got news in 7 minutes. PMI. Yesterday was ISM. I was a little behind. I thought yesterday was PMI, so interesting. Lots of red folder events for pretty much a majority of the week. Closing it out with Friday being non-farm payroll. Opening print candle opened at the 632s. We're auctioning below it now. I kind of want to try a VWAP touch, family. Kind of want to try a little VWAP touch here. Do we fire it? Only thing that's kind of stopping me is the fact that we flipped off the high a day already. So auctioning's looking a little weird. I might be a little bit more patient. I don't want to be too hesitant. Still follow our strategy. 5 contracts would mean we only have 17 points. So if I get in at VWAP, we'd pretty much have to see 500s hold. And I feel like we could flash down towards opening print price. So let's be a little cautious here. Good morning, Amin. Welcome in, King, as always. Appreciate you for being here, brother. Let's lock in here. We have 5 fresh accounts, funded, opportunity to get paid today. The price action isn't looking super stellar. We already had opening print candle flash to high and then a new flash. Kind of looking like we're auctioning towards VWAP. Previous day high is only like 30 points higher than where we flashed to. So 677s to the 706s. So literally 30 points exactly. I wouldn't mind seeing previous day high. We'll see what happens. Yo, good morning, Mad Max. Welcome in as always, my man. Appreciate you for being here. Family, there's 35 people watching. If y'all have not yet, let's hit that like button. Get to our 30 like goal. Get us to that goal. It would be amazing. See what we can do with this NASDAQ right now. Price action's a little slow. Might be waiting for news here in 5 minutes. Might like to see a VWAP fire. I think I'm going to be patient, though. I think longs are winning, but let's just be patient. I think longs are going to be showing their strength, at least the previous day high range at these 708s on the hourly chart. As you can see here, we've actually flashed this price a few times. Sell-off tried yesterday at the same defense of it. Ended up coming back up to it. Maybe we find some more stuck in the zone to find deeper selling. Let's see what we can do here. Here comes the VWAP. I think if I was on a combine, I'd be trying to see VWAP hold here, but I actually think we might cut a little deeper right now. So let's just see. Opening print candle down here at the 583s. I think we might get a little bit deeper than VWAP. NASDAQ's trying to see if it can hold. Decent little reaction. Will it actually hold? We'll get more information if we start to. I kind of think EMA might cut deeper though. Trying to be patient here. We're already below opening print candle price. Getting close to our 15-minute range, closing out. If you look at the hourly chart as well, the hourly candle inverted after taking out overnight high. Interesting. 18 more likes for that 30 likes. Come on, guys. Let's smash the like button for Ty. It means the most work. Appreciate you for being here. As always, King, showing support. There's 38 people watching, family. If we could just hit that button, all of us, we'd be well over our goal of 30. We had a goal to hit 30 each day. It means a lot that y'all are stopping in and being a part of it. Let's see if we can find some opportunity here. VWAP might hold. I'm going to be a little bit more patient. I don't love the reaction here. It's chilly in my apartment right now. Coming back up into the EMA. Let's see the reaction. Starting to form a pretty nice little... it's not where I wanted that first section. Here's where I want this. Starting to form a little steep line. Feels like we might be coming down lower in towards this daily print candle. We already inverted and are starting to sweep. If we do come down, I'd like to see the 56s try to hold. We'll see what happens. Good morning, Ty. Go green today. Let's go, Manny. Means the most, King. Thanks for the vibes and the positivity. We're going to try. We going to try, King. Here comes the EMA again. NASDAQ's trying to hold at the VWAP. Looking like sellers are a little bit more in control right now, but if this starts breaking, I can imagine it gets aggressive. Trying to be patient and waiting for news. Green today, green day today, I see it. Manual. I love the energy. Y'all are manifesting for me. 40 people watching. What a legend. Watching a legend. Let's go, Pavi. You're the legend, King. Always here with the positivity. Keeping us aligned. Means the most that you're here. Galaxy, let's go, King. Means a lot that you're here too, brother. Just got to find a good opportunity here, family. NASDAQ starting to auction towards this VWAP. Previous day high is 30 points higher than high of day right now. We already swept through it. We're getting close to our first 15-minute range. Let's get that ready just so we're aligned. Here comes the 30 candle. Make sure we're aligned with it. This is our 15-minute range. All right, Actually, it's going to include that candle as well. This is our 15-minute range. NASDAQ starting to tease the hold VWAP. We're breaking through that little trend line that we observed. Are we going to go get high of day here? I think we could. Here come the longs. Strong. Look at the push now. Auction in towards this volume. VWAP hold would have been enough. Tricky. Tricky, 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 tricky. I think we might be auctioning towards previous high of day at the 707s. Amy, what do you see for our value area, King? Probably 600s to the 900s then, which means 750s value area, which means previous day high. W's 20 smash. 10 more likes for that gold to be smashed. Let's go work. Keeping us aligned as always, King. I think we're going to be pushing for high of day here, at least the top of the 15-minute range. NASDAQ found some support at VWAP. Volume's coming in now. Here comes a sweep of the range. If we get a pullback in towards these 630s, 640s, I'll take an attempt at it. Lots of wicks were up here previously, but I think previous high is now pretty acceptable. There's the volume, my goodness, into the 680s, 690s. Sweep of the 15-minute range. Beautiful push there. Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, Sobs. Welcome in, King. Means the most that you're here. Fresh day, fresh coffee, fresh upper decky lit pillow, fresh XFA. Can you name a better combination, my man? Happy to have you here as always, King. Let's make it happen today. Previous day high is up at the 709s or 707s. NASDAQ taking out the 15-minute range here. Volume's looking pretty strong. I'm going to be patient, see if we can find a good opportunity. Pulled into the VWAP. I think that was our best opportunity there. I hesitated slightly at the VWAP. Just wanted to be careful, cautious. If we start pushing back inside of the 15-minute range, I'm going to be looking for longs, majority here. Look at the hourly candle looking strong, pushing through. Previous day high is slightly above. Next EMA touch, I'm going to try for a long here, family. Next EMA touch, I'm going to be looking for a long. Trying to time it up. Ayo, 36 viewers already. Let's go, Saucy. Appreciate you for being here, my man. Good morning, King. NASDAQ's finding some volume towards the upper side. Previous day range is 8 points higher than where we're at right now. Previous day high. Feels like we might go flash it right now. 700, 707 is the previous day high. If it comes back inside of the 15-minute range without taking that out, I will be taking an EMA tap. See what we can do. Holding long from the 530. Stellar entry, man. Wow. Wow, Matrix. You got low of day, King. What a find. What a buy. Way to hold. Merry New Year, Sauce. There it is. There's the high of previous day high being flashed out. Look at the strength here on the hourly chart. NASDAQ showing some bids off of VWAP pretty strong. Any EMA touch I'd be pretty interested in, although we have to be cautious now because that range was taken out. We could find some reaction here. Look at the volume, though. Nothing to me tells me that this is going to reverse yet. I would like an EMA touch or the top of the 15-minute range tap. See if we can find some continuation here. We just got news injected as well, which pushed us through the 15-minute range, so... Looking at the hourly chart, we're in a tricky spot. We could keep holding here, but I kind of want to see us go hunt for Friday's high. Friday's high would be nice to see taken out. I'm going to have an order. Trying it.
Order rejected.
Order rejected. Am I only allowed? Maybe it is scaling. Let's try here. All right. Trying an order at the 675s for some long continuation. If it taps into the top of the 15-minute range and this EMA, I would like it to see us keep pushing higher. I tried to go 5 contracts there, but it didn't let me, so we went with 3. I guess there is a scaling plan with the Tradeify. I guess I did not know that. TP hit. Let's go, Matrix. Way to find the longs. Great, Saucy. How you doing? Wishing you the green day today. It means a lot, work. Yo, there's 42 people watching, family. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like button if we haven't. We have a goal of hitting 30 every day. We're already crushing it today. Means the most. Trying to find some long continuation at the top of this 15-minute range. Front running this wick. See if the NASDAQ can tap into the EMA and find some continuation for us. Looking for 3 contracts per account. There's more volume. Just missing us. Dang, would have been nice to be involved with that. Still avoided the high day here. I think we're heading towards potential Friday high here. Let's see what happens with this volume candle. Gonna have to take this order off now because it did not fill. Now we gotta be more patient. Was looking to get at the top of the 15-minute range. We swept through previous day high. If we come back inside of the range, that'll be interesting. I like anything around the 674s for a long continuation. Or the 574s, 674s. NASDAQ still auctioning towards the highs here. Volume came in at VWAP. Volume came in at VWAP pretty spicy there. Still pushing highs, 670s, 730s now. Like I said, any EMA touch I would have liked. It just happened way too quick there. Literally tapped into the EMA, never the 15-minute range again, still finding continuation. If you look at the volume as well, this looks like we're going to continue to the upper side here, which means we know the direction we want to be targeting, family. Our only objective now is to be patient and find a good spot where it comes into our price. I still really like the 674s to be an opportunity to hold. We just need to wait for price to come back now. Never feeling FOMO. We know there's infinite opportunities and it's always going to come back. So let's just be patient here. All right, King, I'm done for the day. Winning day locked out. Don't FOMO. Waiting for your price. I love it. That's it. Don't FOMO. Great advice. Hey, good trading today, King. Appreciate you for being here as always, Matrix. Good advice as well. Let's be patient. Here come the 740s. We wanted a little bit lower into the 676s to get filled. We came into the 685s. Longs are still showing their strength quite a bit here. Friday, that big sell-off where we started the initial move to start January was a gross, hard selling day. Coming up into that price now, that was at 802s, and we were rejected to 779. So these are going to be some interesting prices to watch as well. We'll see how we auction towards them. I would like a little pullback into like the 15-minute range to try to be involved with it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. As you saw, we held through VWAP, broke through this trend line. Volume got really excited. We had the news volume to carry us through as well. And now we're auctioning towards the upside here. So we have a big week ahead of us in general. A lot of red folder events for the rest of the week, so we don't need to force anything crazy. I think I'm going to go for the set a limit order, then hit the throne strategy again today. Hey, that's the golden turd strat. I love it, Sobs. Here's another EMA touch. We just pushed up through the high, starting to come back down into the 700s now. Could be interesting to see the 7s hold. I still really want to get an fill down at like the 680s though. I want to see one more tap at the 15-minute range high before we continue. If we keep continuing here, that'll be okay. We'll miss our setup, but I like longs. I do like longs here. Even more would be like the 650s would be super safe. CPI on the 13th might YOLO one funded account. Hey, what you think, Ty? I mean, I don't know, because you worked hard to get those funded, so maybe you just don't YOLO it, but definitely find a good opportunity and be okay with the result. Put some size on. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, you know that's trading. But I would say you worked really hard to get that funded, so you know maybe don't go all balls to the walls, but definitely be willing to put some size on and try it. You have been doing good, man. You really have. NASDAQ auctioning towards the high of the range here. Coming back in towards this EMA. I want to see a touch of the 15-minute range here. Like a 678, 680 fill for a long continuation. Take out this previous spot. Start heading towards that Friday high at the 800s. The 670s are where we sold off from again on Friday. So could be interesting. 6 more likes for that 30 likes. Come on, guys. Keep on smashing that button. Work. Always being the man. I appreciate you for supporting, King. Y'all heard the man. Done for the day. Caught a nice long. $608. GPT. Great long catch. I wanted longs around VWAP. I got nervous. I didn't like that we were going to auction towards this opening print candle. But once we held VWAP, as you saw, there was just pretty much one direction. Bottom of the 15-minute range is 607s up into the 740s. So we're about a 140-point range for the day. Look how strong the EMA is curling as well. Anything around the 15-minute range I'm going to like for long continuation, which would be around these 680s. Targeting that Friday sell-off where it started the new year at those 800s. I think we're going to auction towards that today. Especially with the Venezuela thing and everything going on. Longs are starting to look a little bit decent. Past funded in 2 days. Traded 1/2 and lost 1.5. Now I've been afraid to re-enter because I'm close to minimum loss. RIP. Santiago. I understand. But you know what it is, King. Be patient. Find a good opportunity for your spot. And then if it blows, man. You can only do so much. But be selective. You get paid for your decision-making here. And you can make it happen. Ty saying balls to the walls made me giggle like a schoolgirl. Shit, I need you to grow up. LOL. Pavi, that's our mans, though. Love a good laugh session. Little balls to the walls, you know. Yo, there's 43 people watching, family. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't yet, hit that button. We're really close to our 30 like goal. I just need 1,200 to pass this evaluation on the MFF. Vic, it's coming your way, King. 1,200, let's do it. Let's find a good spot. I'm really leaning towards longs, so try to find a good pullback. Ideally would be for me, like the 680s, a little flash of the 15-minute range high. EMA is going to be an obstacle. I think we're going to potentially cut through it, but we'll see. Longs could just continue from here as well. And if they do, then we're just going to miss our setup for the day. But longs could be targeting towards that 800. That's just that Friday sell-off price where it started the new year. We'll see. We'll see if we get an opportunity. Ideally for us, it would be a pullback in towards these 680s. I put my order in as well. 678s. See if we can get that to hold. If we get a chance to get a fill there. Could even come back down in towards these 650s. Truthfully, 650s could also fire. Look at the volume here. The reason I say that is if you look at this daily spread, this 650 price is where we have a lot of volume. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little 650 flash before the continuation, but I'm trying to get in at the 78s. That would be a 28 points in drawdown, 60 per point. So it would be our daily loss limit if we do get that fire. But we'll see, because VWAP is curling pretty aggressively, and usually when we see that, we just see continuation into the range. Here comes another high push, 650s, 750s. NASDAQ riding the EMA strong right now. The only clear setup that I would have seen was VWAP so far. A little VWAP tap. Excuse me, we could have tried. But right now, not seeing anything other than a 50-minute range pullback. Don't have FOMO, guys. If you're watching this, it's exciting. You're watching the markets move pretty fast, but wait for a good setup. We still have lots of opportunity. Market's only been open for 27 minutes. We're going to have lots of chances to make some money. Just got to be patient. Otherwise, you're probably going to lose. So practice that patience right now. Hourly charts looking like we really are auctioning towards these three previous wicks. Previous day high. I really think 800s could be where we're targeting right now. If you look at the hourly chart, we have this wick, and this high, which is also that Friday price. But let's wait for it to come back for us first. Let's be patient. Let's wait for it to come back for us. We know it should. We know it will. We know it can. The market doesn't typically just go one direction, but it does sometimes. So, I mean, look at this Friday sell-off. This is where we're targeting, is this previous high here. Especially once we found support again down at these prices. I wouldn't mind a 650 tap, but right now the longs are looking quite strong. Off the bottom of the 15-minute range, once we tapped into VWAP at the 607s, we're up 160 points from here. Riding the EMA. I'm looking for a pullback into the top of the 15-minute range. Around the 700 price might be safer at this point. But I'm going to leave it at 678s. We also have a big volume spike at the 650s that I could see price coming into for a fill. So our only objective right now as a family and as a trader, be patient, wait for a good pullback into a decent price, unless you're a strong short seller. But even then, I would not be interested in shorts right now. It's just you're going to be completely against volume. Might as well just be patient, wait for a good pullback, and then join the winning team. Auctioning towards these previous wicks up here at the 800s is what I'm looking at. Find a price to get involved with. Another EMA touch coming into the 730s here. You can see even on all these selling candles, they're really struggling. Nasdaq's really struggling on all these sell candles right now. Volume's looking quite strong. Might find some more volume here to keep pushing highs. There it is. There's more volume. Swept the high of the range there. Longs are winning for the day, family. That's who's in control right now. The longs are showing their strength. Sellers are starting to respond a little bit towards these 60s. I imagine if you look at Friday's price action, it was the 70-80 price, around these 70s and 80s that we found the actual complete sell start. So I'll go back and look for you, show you what I mean. Show you what I'm talking about. Friday's price action, we had the volume come up early, up into the 8s, found that rejection at these previous wicks, and then it was really around these 70s and 80s that we actually started the selling. Once we came back up into it, look at the sell that started from there. So going to be interesting to see what price does around here. As you can see, we're still auctioning strong. 74 is the high, around the 74s to the 79s. So see what price does up around those 70s. Might just keep continuing in towards those 8s, which is that previous Friday sell-off. Use the 15-minute orb. Yeah, I always love a 15-minute range. I like to mark it out, Vic, just so I can get a better idea of like our general direction of where we're breaking out. So like this is our 15-minute range. You can kind of see we auctioned into VWAP, and then once we found support through there, just continuation into the 72s now. Let's see the reaction. This is where the selling really started on Friday. So I imagine we're gonna have a little bit of resistance at this price. I imagine there's gonna be a little bit of resistance, a little bit of selling orders stuck at these 78s, 80s, and then targeting that 806, I think it was the previous day, that Friday, 806. Yep, 806 is that Friday high where the selling got really aggressive. So that's where we're actually looking to auction towards, take out these wicks. But right now, I think there's gonna be a little bit of resistance at these 70s. Might give us a chance to get in around the 700s maybe. I would like a top of the 15-minute range, but it's a little bit deep now. As you can see, the VWAP's curling quite aggressively up into the 650s still. Nothing in the NASDAQ just moves one-sided, so great opportunity for everybody to practice some discipline here. Don't FOMO in. We have the clear direction, right? So best thing for us is we have the direction that we know we want to go. All we have to do is wait for a pullback and get involved, and then we can make some money. So let's be patient. That's all we can do. This is the hardest part about trading. Knowing the direction, but you got to be patient and let it play out. The 70th defense is looking a little bit prominent. Buy volume came back up, but we were unable to keep pushing. Here comes another EMA tap. Let's see if the sellers actually are able to push through now, or if the longs continue to hold and keep us heading in that direction. Long bull flags and forget. That's it right there. Long any nice pullback and forget it. Be patient. Our daily range is looking pretty decent now. 250 point daily range from low to high. 170 points from opening print candle from the New York session. Opportunity. That screams opportunity. Can't go wrong. No siree, Pobby. Put that long order on. Be patient, and you should be played out. Anything below those 800s, I think we're going to be targeting towards. NASDAQ still looks like it's trying to hold this EMA, but if you also look, EMA is starting to round out a little bit here. So unless volume comes in to keep us pushing here, I'm expecting a little correction, a little bit of a pullback. First time we're touching below the EMA right now. Let's see what the sellers are going to do with it. This is the first time the sellers are starting to react. They're trying here to defend that spot. Like I said, this is where the selling technically really started on Friday. So I assume that we're going to have some more orders being filled here. And right now they're starting to show up into the 740s. I think we could see a flash towards the 700s. I have an order at the 678s. Might be a little bit too low, but look how aggressive the VWAP is right now. So usually when I see this type of strength on the VWAP, especially through the 15-minute range, it indicates that we're going to close strong. So all we got to do, like I said, family, just be patient and find an opportunity to get involved. That's all we got to do here. Practice that discipline, practice FOMO. Don't need to get involved just because we see the market's going in one direction. That means that we at least have an idea of where we got to get in, which is longs. Now we just got to find a spot where it makes sense for us to get involved. NASDAQ, though, look at it responding to the EMA there. We'll see if it's going to actually hold or if we're going to keep trickling down towards these 700s. It's going to take some volume to get through this price because this is where the selling really started on Friday. So it's going to take some actual excitement from the longs to carry through this spot. Also, if you look at the wicks here, this is a big spot. But this hourly candle looks amazing, looks very strong. I like where our order is as well, to top of the EMA for the hourly candle. So if you look at this hourly chart and we start pulling back in towards this previous high and this EMA, I like where our fill is if we get a chance. If we get a chance, we get paid. If not, it's okay because that's how trading is. You can't always get the setups, but right now we know the direction. We know longs are winning. All we have to do is practice a little bit of discipline. Don't get into a trade just because it's going up. Find a spot that it makes sense, and then hopefully the longs will come in for us. But we need to wait for a pullback for it to actually be worth our trade. Otherwise, we have a terrible risk to reward up here. Yo, thank you so much for spending the morning here. If you're watching, if you're being a part of this community, it means the most, family. There's 42 incredible people trying to get better at trading right now together. Hit that like button if you haven't. If you're finding any value being a part of this, show some love. We have a goal of hitting 30. I know we're getting close to that, so I appreciate every single one of y'all. Hopefully we can get a nice pullback in toward the price, get a setup so we can get involved. Come take out that Friday high at the 800s. That's where I think we're auctioning towards. Right now, the NASDAQ's holding the EMA pretty strong, though. As long as it keeps doing that, it's not offering anything that we can get involved with. So we got to wait for a strong pullback. I would say a minimum, the 700s, maybe like a 710 towards this bottom of this wick where we had this volume break the second time. If you want to be really impatient, you can get in around the 710s. Or you could wait for like the top of the 15-minute range, a 680 break, which is what I'm looking for. Around the 680s, but we'll see. NASDAQ looking strong off the open here. Still trying to hold that EMA, as you can see, right below the top of the 15-minute, right below the high 770s. This is where the selling started on Friday, so it's going to take some real volume to get through it. But that could show up at any moment, especially for the longer we hold out here. The rule of thumb is always that consolidation tends to break out the way we broke in. So we came all the way up. Now we're starting to go sideways a little bit. Eventually, we're going to continue to go up, in my opinion, especially with the way that VWAP's reacting. VWAP's looking very aggressively curling through the 15-minute range. The higher this gets, the more we're going to have to adjust our order. Another EMA tap. Decompressed volume indicates that we may be coming a little bit lower here. There's the sellers defending the 70s again. One of our biggest sell candles we've seen so far today. Might be getting close to our opportunity here, family. Might be getting close to an opportunity here. We just got to find the spot. Coming up below this EMA now. You could take this for a chance to the short side, but I don't have the type of gonads for that. You're going completely against trend. This would be one of my classic setups, though. Actually, I kind of want to try it just because it is my classic. But we got to be patient for longs. I would have just got in right there at the 49s for a continuation to the sell side here. Break evens would be on at some point if we break below here. Be letting this ride, try to find some continuation to the sell side. Only reason I didn't take it is because I don't like shorts on a day like this, especially when there's no clear target. I mean, I'm looking for the 700s, but you never know where we actually decide to auction towards. Longs could support at any price around here. So if you do take a trade like that, you got to be willing to put a break even on quickly. There's also a good volume spike here at the 730s. We'll see what happens around here. I want to see the sellers trying to come a little bit deeper for us so we can get a fill. VWAP still curling up. Still looking aggressive. We're getting closer to our opportunity to get involved with this. I think the 710s are going to be, like I said, if you wanted to be a little bit eager and want to get involved, you could have an order at 710s. If you want to be a little bit safer, you can look for the 680s, which is what I'm trying to do, but we'll see. As you can see, the sellers are really struggling to get this to come down. They defended the spot where the Friday selling really started, which was pretty expected, right? We knew that there would be some more orders there, people trying to be involved with that big price. Now, where they actually get the strength, I'm guessing maybe either, like I said, the 710s, if you want to get in and don't want to miss it. But if you want to be really patient, I think the 680s. VWAP's curling really nicely in our direction, which just indicates continuation. Here come the 730s. Could also see a reaction here. If you look at the volume here on the hourly chart, there's a lot of volume that was traded at this price. That's where we started going sideways from. Come give us a fill at these 679s, Nazi. That's where I want to see. I want to see you come down in the top of this 15-minute range for us. Sweep out this wick, and then continue right up to the highs there. It'd be beautiful. It'd be beautiful. Sellers starting to show up, but like I said, at any spot, these volume at these spots, maybe the 730s, the 710s, or the 680s, longs could step in. Look how aggressive this VWAP is curling. Anytime we see that with this type of direction, it typically closes somewhere around here as well. So market's only been open for 42 minutes. If we break through this EMA, we're going to probably continue towards these 8s. If the sellers keep defending this previous wick, we might look lower. Like I said, I really want to get involved around the 700s. 680 would be safest, but if you want to get in, you can do 710, 700s. We will see. What do you got for us, Nazi? Come give us an opportunity, girl. I just want a little bit of love out of you. Stuck below the EMA now for the first time. Instead, we were riding it all morning. Now we're actually below it. We'll see if the sellers can continue that direction. Good morning, Magic Montage. Welcome in, my mans. Appreciate you for being here, King. Ronnie, same to you, King. Good morning. NASDAQ actually holding the EMA here. So we'll see. We'll see if we get a closure. Look at the volume coming in. Like I said, those 730s had a chance to hold for sure. We got to be patient. Loving the stream. Consistent as always, brother. Hey, I appreciate you so much, Ronnie. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here, King. We have 42 incredible people watching, trying to get better at trading together. Thanks for being a part of this community. We have a goal to hit 30 likes every day. If you haven't yet, show some love. Let's get us close to that goal. Haven't taken any trades yet just because we haven't really had the opportunity. The only trade I saw that was clear was pulling into the VWAP to try and attempt here. I didn't love it, so I didn't take it. And then once you saw the direction, there's been nothing yet. Still waiting for a pullback. Technically, the 730s were an opportunity. If you look at this hourly volume candle, it's where I said we could hold at the 30s just because of that volume spike. And it's looking like it wants to. So now we just see. We see if this continues up into those highs. 2 more likes for that 30 light goal to be smashed. Let's go, guys. Hey, work. You're the man, brother. Always doing your thing. Showing positivity. Great energy. Appreciate you as always, King. NASDAQ actually pushing back. So like we rode the EMA all the way up. Cut through the EMA. Started selling through. Sellers are holding. And now buyers push us back through. So if we keep holding these 750s, I imagine the 750 could rotate us to the 8s. Starting to get another situation here. I'll put this up here for you guys instead of down there now. Starting to get another opportunity for a flag breakout. If volume starts carrying through here, we could go see those 8s. 8 is that Friday sell-off price and these other previous wicks. Big wick, Friday price. So I definitely think that's where we're auctioning towards. We just got to be patient to get involved with it. I really want to see a nice pullback in towards this hourly EMA around our price. Really, the 680s would be ideal. Always tomorrow as well, if nothing perfect. Exactly, May. That's what we're thinking too, King. Lots of opportunity this week, guys. A lot of red folder events. So if we don't get it today, we don't get it today. That's fine. But we're looking to see what we can do. We always want to take good setups, especially now that we're funded. You know, I'm trying to be a little bit more patient with our opportunities because we are funded. We can get paid. Got to be smart about it. And the only thing I like is a pullback in towards the top of the 15-minute range, maybe the 700s. Find a nice long. We don't want to try to, I'm not trying to join shorts, okay? You're going to be completely against volume, completely against the trend. The rule of thumb is that a consolidation will break out the way we broke in. So we had a nice strong push. We're starting to go a little bit sideways here. Eventually, I see us breaking out to the upside, but are we going to be involved? Really depends on how we auction. I think we go sweep through these 730s and then maybe like the 710s I'm starting to see as be a nice opportunity. Might even flash the 700s. Look how aggressive the VWAP's still curling. Since I said it last, we're already up another 10 points on the VWAP. Like I said, the way that I've seen this chart before, we will end the day somewhere around here. We're going to end the day green. I'm in the short. Ooh, be patient, be cautious, Montage. Good luck, King. I believe in it for you, brother, but I'd be very careful. Longs can come in at any moment and push us towards that high, but I like your opportunity. W community, we smashed that already. W community, y'all are amazing. Thank you for showing love and being a part of it. 45 incredible people watching, trying to get better at trading together. Right now, we're practicing FOMO. Do not get in just because you're seeing volume. We got to wait for a good pullback into a decent price. That would really be the 710s, maybe the 680s, the top of the 15-minute range. Breaking through this bull flag, though, we could find continuation. This is what I was a little bit worried about, Magic. I know I'm against the trend, but worth a try with tight stop, for sure. Have your stops above high a day, but a little bit risky. We'll see if we can play it out. Targeting these look at the hourly wicks here. Bang, bang, and bang on the 800s. This is where I think we're auctioning towards. This is the draw on liquidity. Again, we got to practice FOMO, though, and not get in just because we know where we're going. We got to still find a good price where our risk to reward is worth it. For me, that's going to be around the 710s or the 680s. And see if we can get there. 1 MNQ, so no big risk. I like that. Good discipline there on sizing. That is always going to be option 2. If you want to try to counter trend, just size down a little bit. Right now, volume's clearly winning for longs. We've only been below the EMA a couple times here. NASDAQ pushed right back up through it, and now we're holding it again. I still kind of think sellers could hold here, though, Magic, just for a rotation in towards the price that I want to see. We're breaking through this trend, but nothing too strong yet. An EMA tap could push us, though, at the 750s. Anything above the 750s, we could be targeting those 8s. Every time I'm about to get in, you say, wait, thanks. Of course, Vic. That's what we're here for, King. Be patient, brother. Be patient. Opportunity's there, but we got to wait for a really good opportunity to actually get a good fill. Here we go, right back into the EMA. Let's see the NASDAQ decide here. We want good setups. That's why I'm saying wait. We want good setups, Vic. Yes, right now the market's moving pretty clean. Volume going towards the longs. Clear draw on liquidities, that 800 price where the Friday selling started. Pretty clean level that we can be targeting, but we don't want to get in just because we know that. We got to find a good fill. See what happens here. Sellers getting back below the EMA is pretty impressive. Like I said, I think we could find the selling. If Magic's a part of it, I think 710 could be possible before going higher. See, that's a nice target. That's also what I wanted to see for a potential fill. I said either the 710s or the 680s, but we'll see what happens. NASDAQ's starting to finally turn the corner. Second time we've been below the EMA. The 30s could try to hold again, but I imagine we come a little bit lower. The EMA on the hourly chart hasn't updated yet, so I still like our fill there. But that's a pretty big wick. $710s is definitely possible. So we had a lot of volume here where we broke through twice. Nice wick here to target. Below that would be the 680s, which is the top of the 15-minute range. We tried to break through this trend line. Got rejected. Now we'll see if we continue or break back to the EMA. This is really good patience for all of us to practice here today, family. Really good opportunity to practice some FOMO. Don't need to be involved just because we know the direction and because we see volume. I'm targeting these 800s, but we still got to find a good price to get in with. Market's only been open for 50 minutes. Tons of opportunity left today and really for the rest of the week. Red folder events for the remainder of the week. This is starting to form a pretty nice bull flag, though. If you zoom out, pretty clean bull flag. The bottom of the flag is where we want to get involved. So either the 710s, 730s, 720s, somewhere down here, be a part of this flag. I think the 710s could give us an opportunity. Here we come. Good discipline there, Magic. Good discipline there, King. Here we go. Sellers are trying to break through these 30s again. VWAP still pretty aggressive, curling up into the 62. So another 2 points from when I said it last time. $710s could be as low as we get. I would like to see a little bit lower and towards these 680s, though. It'd be ideal for me. So I'm going to leave my order on. Patience pays, mate. Yes, sir, it does. Very sharp market. Yeah, Abby, right now we're getting clear direction. Like I said, that's in our favor as a trader right now. We know where we're going. We know where the price is auctioning towards. But we still got to be patient and actually get a good fill. So our risk to reward is good. Nice wick, though, at the 30s again. As you can see, sellers are defending, or buyers are defending this price. I don't think we're going to just continue up from here, but still very clear resistance level here at the 730s. If you look at the hourly chart, this is one of our biggest volume prices of the day. The second biggest down at the 650s, but the first biggest, the second biggest is the 730s now. Lots of orders are being filled there. Another volume spike. Are we going to find continuation towards the upside here? The second defense of this wick does make me think the 730s are going to try to hold. I'm going to be patient. I still want to see this flag play out a little clearer for us. I really like a 710 fill over where we're at the 730s. And if I had to be more patient, I'd get into like the 680s, 690s. So we've seen it. We've done the analysis. We now have to practice the discipline as a trader to not just get in just because we want to. Really strong hourly candle over here. And I just want to see a little bit of a pullback in towards a decent price before we get the continuation to the upside. Again, the rule of thumb that I always like to see is a break out the way we break in through this consolidation. So we had a nice strong flag break. We're starting to go sideways a little bit. I imagine at some point we are going to break through to those 800s. But when? That is the question. The second defense of these 730s indicate it could be now. Trying to push up through this trend line again here now. Into the 760s. Auctioning towards these big wicks on the hourly chart and that Friday sell-off price. Volume's looking slowed down. Still nothing indicating that we're going to completely reverse yet. This might be the time that we start just slow grinding. But again, break out the way we broke in. So I'm expecting to see it. Come on, Rocket. Come on, Rocket. Give it Queen a move here. She's looking for the longs to the 800s. Did you get into the 730s there, Danny? If you did, great trading. Holy chop. Yeah, May. Right now we're chopping. Right now we're just going sideways. The excitement really stopped at like 951. We started getting a little sideways price action. And this is what we got to do. We got to be patient. 40s. That's a good fill too, Queen. Once that wick came in, that's a good fill. We'll see what happens here. Push us up to the 800s here or continue in this range, but want to see some direction. Really proud of you for getting in there, though, Queen. Good trading. Let's see us continue now. Take out that range. Looks like we're about to take out the top of the 15-minute or top of the high day, the 770s. It's going to take some volume to get through this price. This is where the sellers loaded up on Friday, so it's going to take some popping, some volume. But the EMA curled through this trend now. There's the volume spike into the 77s. Still haven't gotten through it quite yet. Let's see it continue up. 800s is where I think we could be looking. That's the immediate easy draw on liquidity. Don't really want to see us stuck and wick inside of this. Just going to indicate more chop. I think we're going to start breaking out here. Break out the way we broke in. Excuse me, mamma mia. 77s. The technical price where the selling actually started on Friday. Above that is going to be the Friday's highs at the 800s. We'll see if we can get there. Pretty decent range from New York session to 600s to 770s. So 170 point range, but not a lot of opportunity to get in. The only clean trade I saw was a VWAP tap here. Could have held VWAP, and then we broke through this trend, started pushing towards the top of the 15. From there, it's been one direction trading. So got to be patient. You got to be patient. Brother man, Mar, what's up, King? Appreciate you for stopping in, showing yourself to the crowd. I took profit at 735 for about 20 points. Glad I did it. Took profit at 735 for about 20 points. Nice exit there, Magic. It was a good exit, knowing that, and like I said, at any point, volume could hold. Hope you guys are doing well. You too, brother. How's the trading been going for you? Likewise, King. Right now, we just swept through the top of the range. Starting to come back in now. We'll see if we can continue. Still forming another wick. These wicks are where we're targeting at these 800s. Little reaction there. Swept through the range. Now we're coming back inside of it. Could still imagine we hold, but I'm still being patient here, family. I'm not trying to just get in just because it looks nice. Got to be patient for a good opportunity. The really only sexy trade I saw was the VWAP tap this morning. Since then, it hasn't really provided a whole lot of opportunity. Doing pretty good. Was able to catch the long off a support and resistance zone on ES. Let's go, Mar. Happy to hear that for you, King. The longs were the win. I mentioned longs early on, too. I just didn't expect quite this type of an auction. The volume came in off that news at 9:45. Really strong. Pushed us through the top of the 15-minute range, and there was just no pullback ever since. Look how strong this VWAP curled up, guys. Another 6 points from when I said it last. It's getting now closer towards our fill, which would actually indicate, you know, I still don't mind it, but it's probably a little bit deeper than where we're going to get to today. Buyers are probably going to be defending 710s or 700s more than they're going to let VWAP come into play. So, yo, newbie. Good morning, Queen. Long time no see indeed. Hope you're doing well, Queen. How are you? How's the new year starting for you? Looks like we're reaching for the December 26th Friday highs, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I've been saying, Mar. Definitely where I think we're auctioning. That's where the selling started on Friday, was that high way up there, 803. I think we're targeting. We just got to be patient and find a good fill to get in with them. That's what we're looking for. I agree with your analysis. Yo, Mailman, what's up, King? Welcome in, brother. Appreciate you for being back. Welcome. If you took any trades today, I hope you guys only found longs. Otherwise, you had a really good opportunity to practice some discipline today. Not get involved if the market's not giving a good setup. Look how strong this VWAP's curling up. Anything I see like that usually indicates we're going to close strong. I still think we're going to go take out those 800s. I can't FOMO in. I got to try to find a nice price. For me, it'd be either the 710s, maybe. I mean, 680s is still sexy for me, but with the way VWAP's curling, it's not going to be long before we're underwater there, so I'm going to have to adjust that price. Haven't traded yet. I have alerts set, but no liking this price action in the sudden volume spikes / dumps. Yeah, me neither, Queen. Haven't seen anything really attractive yet, other than the pullback in towards this VWAP. That was the only thing I was like, hey, kind of like that. Didn't take it, and now ever since then, we had a really strong push through the 15-minute range. There hasn't been anything provided. Why not EMA touches? It's just for my risk to reward, Queen. That's just not my strat, Danny, because it's like at any point you could just get a little disruption through the EMA and we could just continue down. Yes, I imagine we could keep holding towards those 8s, but there's no guarantee at a price that like it could. Like, for example, right now we're touching into this EMA. It would be fair, but if I got in, I'd have to have my stops at like 60. Like, it's a really tough risk to reward, if that makes sense. Depending on the strategy, you could size down. You know what I mean? That's one option. If you do want to do an EMA tap, size down a little bit and you could find a nice opportunity. That's just not my strat. I like to hold a little bit bigger sizing. I like to find the actual strong pivot points. Pivot point being the 730. Right now, I also see a pivot point down at the top of the 15-minute range, especially if VWAP is down here. Although this is a little bit too deep for me now. I'd imagine 710s is probably the closer. I'm actually going to update our pret fill. I'm going to go for a 710 hold. See if we can get a fill down there, but it's still not looking great. Right now, the strength is going. I'm loving this discipline, brother. Hell yeah. Let's go, Mar. Means a lot, King. Means a lot. We had a good opportunity for all of us to practice some patience today. Don't want to get in just because we see opportunity. There hasn't been anything super attractive. Now that you passed your accounts, do you have a daily goal, or how different do you trade from evals? I seem to pass evals easy, but blow my PAs. Hey, Chai, very common, King. That's a very common problem, especially just the excitement, the real money involvement, knowing that you can make real dollars. It's a little bit easier to get emotional, but I try to treat them pretty similar, man. I'm a little bit more patient, as you can see. I'm not just hopping in, but I try to treat them similar. I try to treat my combine like an XFA in the sense that I'm not going to size down just because it's, number one, it's a combine. And that allows me to keep my like mental strong so that when I'm trading an XFA, I can trade the same size and not be too nervous. And so that's usually what I target there. But yeah, man, it just comes with experience, Che. If you're feeling that a little bit more fear when you're in an XFA compared to a combine, just know that that's normal. You can work on it just by getting some more experience, and then treat your combine like an XFA in terms of like, I look for decent sizes. I pretty much am going to be doing the same thing, looking for 30, 40 point moves, trying to catch some size, try to catch a nice move and get paid. I haven't traded at all since November because I took the holidays off to get cooked by holiday price action, but this price action is wishy-washy too. It's not too great, is it, newbie? I mean, it's a little bit better than December. Right away, I can see we're actually getting some opportunity, but it's still a little bit intimidating. We're just not clean yet. But, hey, we have a big week of red folder events, closing out with Friday being non-farm payroll. So, lots of opportunity this week. If we're not seeing a setup, we don't need to blow up our accounts. We can be patient. But I still like the opportunity in general comparatively to December. But I'm glad you're back to trading, and I'm really glad you're back to the community. We missed you. If price goes back into that range, I'm going to call it. Yeah, May. It's not a bad discipline there, King. I'm going to try one order down at the 610s, see if we can get a fill, but we'll see what happens. Chick-fil-A or McDonald's for breakfast. Ty, been eating healthy, so I thought I'll treat myself. If you gotta go with those two, I'm gonna go with Chick, buddy. But I'd rather you just keep being healthy, King. Treat yourselves to something like, I don't know, a baked treat or something that you made or something like that. But don't completely throw your diet away just because been doing well. Keep that momentum going. It's only the 6th day of the new year, you know what I mean? Keep that momentum going, at least for a week, maybe 2 weeks. Either way, proud of you for being healthy, King, overall. I got to get going. Good luck, all. Appreciate you, Sauce. Thanks for being here, brother. Faye's Local Mom and Pop Diner. Get some chicken and waffles. Exactly. See, that's how I like that, Corey. Go get some chicken and waffles or something. Have you heard of prop tendency? It's instant funding in a comparative instead of traditional style. It's a competition instead of traditional style. Prop tenacity. I have not heard of prop tenacity. I'm not exactly sure what that is, newbie. Good thing, Corey. Might do that. Let's go. If you're going Chick-fil-A, I'm going Five Guys. Ty, I need your fitness plan, homie. Hey, it's every single day, man. Eat right, drink water, sleep good, and then have some routine. I only work out for 20 minutes a day. I do 5 pull-ups, 5 push-ups, 5 squats every minute on the minute. So every time the minute turns over, I start it. I usually about 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, and I do that every single day. And the compound of that is very quick. You'll start feeling good. Your heart gets healthy. Your body gets strong. Very, very useful. Yeah, I missed you in all the trading too. Was getting a bit itchy, LOL. I can imagine. Can't even imagine taking off that many weeks. The best setups are during Asia and London. Now in New York for long. Too late and only short ideas if sweep 800 and break back 775. Then take retest. If not, no touch. Amin, as always, providing us with his great market analysis. You guys heard it from him. For the most part, we missed a lot of the opportunities for longs unless we get a nice pullback into like the 710s, but even then it's kind of risky. He's really looking to see an 800 sweep and then a retest of the 75s, which is exactly what we saw on Friday. Market pushed up through those wicks, tagged at 800, retested with a 75 fill, and then the sellers actually took over. So we'll see what happens. Every candle feels bouncy / shaky, super weird. Yeah, I agree, Queen. That's why I'm trying to be patient and just not involved unless we get a really nice fill. I want to see some of these wicks be taken out. Even 710 I don't really love. I'd rather like a 680 to see this wick kind of get filled. Like the 688s is really like the safest trade for me right now. But we'll see. We will see. Sellers are starting to defend after sweeping up into the 78s. This is where the sellers started again. So maybe they're going to start bringing us down into the 40s. I'm trying it because the rules are awesome. I'll let you know if I get funded, if I get FTD TD. It's interesting. So it's a competition. Prop tenacity. I've never heard of it. I'll have to check that out, newbie. Interesting. Interessante. Here comes the sellers. Maybe providing some type of an opportunity. Not really the prettiest price action. The 30s might try to hold again, but we'll see. I still wouldn't mind our fill at the 688s. VWAP's curling really aggressive. Up another 2 points from when I said it last. Up into the 671s. Nearly getting to the top of the 15-minute range now. Makes me think that we're probably going to avoid it. 710s could be coming in for a flash. Maybe holding the 700s. We'll see what happens. Either way, if you guys haven't taken any trades yet, great practice, great discipline. We'll see what we can do. Shorting the 50s. I like it, Queen. Good luck. Little EMA tap. Definitely not a bad trade. Risky just because we did tap into those 30s, but we'll see what happens. Looks like you just got your fill, maybe. There's your fill. Hoping to see this hold for you. Either way, right now, not the prettiest price action. Snooze fest on the charts right now. Yeah, Sobs. Very much snoozy. Real opportunity was early once we got that VWAP touch this morning. That was the really only opportunity that I saw. Other than that, not a lot going on. We're stuck inside of this little range here from the 30s to the 70s. So a little 40-point range, just kind of choppy right now. Like I said, guys, it's a great day to practice some discipline. We have a great rest of the week with Red Folder events, ending Friday with non-farm payroll. Opportunities will be there. Obviously, this isn't the best price action in terms of setups, but it's still a really nice range, which is still opportunity to get paid. So overall, we can't complain. I mean, we pushed from the 608s up into the 770s. So, 180-point range is pretty attractive Gives a lot of opportunity. Right now, the NASDAQ just auctioning between these 30s and the 70s, though. Nothing I like. I want to wait for a nice, strong pullback. I think we're going to see the 700s at some point here. Sellers are going to try it. We'll see. 20-point winner. I love it, Queen. Let's go. W Day. Yes, sir. Work as always, brother. It means a lot that you were here, being a part of it. The 775 acts as the 800s, but I don't trust it. But if it breaks 725, then validates the short. Yeah, we got to break through this low here. I agree. And they are starting to act as the 800s up here at these 80s, which technically, I mean, if you go back and look at price action, this is where the selling technically started on Friday. Friday, we had to sweep up. Actually, I'll just go look at it right now because there's nothing, a lot going on. This is where the selling technically started. We had the volume push up into these 8s, and then we came back down to top to test the 15-minute range, found some support, and then really it was right here where the selling truly technically began. So, like, this is where it was just a one-side slip and slide all the way to the bottom here at exactly high a day now at these 780s. And if you actually go back, I mentioned this price earlier where I knew we would find potentially some resistance. And now we're coming into the 40s. See what happens. Still forming a pretty decent bull flag, but I want to see the bottom of the flag as our best fill, which would be for me the 710s or so, sweeping through these wicks. We'll see what happens. What's up, Jay? What's up, King? How you doing today, brother? No trades taken on our end. Price action's been pretty stale other than this VWAP tap early in the morning. We came into these 617 price. I wanted to see like maybe a 600 fill. Instead, it turned at 608. Which is also kind of what I'm thinking here. We could turn it like 708, 710s. We'll see. We'll see. Up 292 on one account, 215 on my other. Probably done for the day. Got to be happy with profits. Absolutely, Chai. Chai, you got to be happy, King. I mean, hey, that's a winning day on a really stale day. So be proud of yourself. Way to practice discipline and not overtrade. Lock it out. Call it a day. Tomorrow and the rest of the week is going to have some opportunities. So yeah, that value of the premium range, so the sellers should defend that zone. If not, you will see big long candles. Yeah, if we start breaking through this price now, it's going to get aggressive. Otherwise, sellers are clearly defending. No trades for me today. A pre-market break even is all. I love the discipline there, Dave. Way to be, King. I love it, team. Hey, this is a big day for us in terms of our discipline. I think usually we always take some trades. So the fact that we're all sitting on our hands, being patient, looking for good setups is really a testament to our progression. So I'm proud of you guys. Good trading out of everybody today. Still looking for maybe a fill down around the 700s. 680s would be ideal just for the safety. But right now we're seeing the sellers start to take this below the 30s. Can we actually get through here now? It's technically the bottom of the flag, bottom of the range. I imagine we might get like a 710 flash. We'll see what happens. If 775 is in control now instead of 800, you should see sweep of 75 and a break of 750, then retest on the 750, then down. I think we just saw a break of the 750, so now maybe a retest of it. This is what you're talking about. It's tricky, though, because we're still auctioning within this range of the 30s, they mean, so it's hard to just take a fire there, but still decent analysis. Way to read the markets. Here comes an EMA touch on the bottom side. Sellers are now in control. Sellers are now in control of the EMA. Let's see if we get continuation in this way. If we get a fill towards the 710s, maybe the 688s, I'm just going to try to fire it. I imagine we might get an opportunity. VWAP is still curling aggressively now, up into the 74, 73, 75. So it's nearly the top of the 15-minute range, about 4 points off of that. Could be interesting. I don't imagine we'll come all the way back into that, but we'll see. That's kind of why I like the 688s here to potentially hold. But I don't trust it until they break 725s. I'd rather be late than early. Exactly, King. That's what I'm saying. As long as we're still within this range, it's hard to take it. We got to break through here, then maybe a retest I could take. But even then, I like longs way more than shorts. Just got to be patient. Today's just not a day for... Sometimes that's the market, baby. We get nice opportunities. Some days we don't. Today, not looking like we're getting the same type of opportunity. Strong price action, though, in terms of direction and range. So still something to celebrate there. December was rough. At least today we have a nice 170 point range to play with. Right now, it's just been one-sided, but if we get a nice pullback in towards these 700s, we could find continuation. Yo, there's 40 people watching. You guys mean the most. Thank you for spending the morning here trying to be a part of this community, getting better at trading together every single day. It means the most. I appreciate every single person that hit the like button. Show some love. We'll see what we can find here for some opportunity to end the day, but for the most part, we're going to be probably patient, setting up for the rest of the week to have some opportunity as well. We have news for the rest of the week. Friday, closing it out with non-farm payroll. So don't blow up your accounts trying to get involved. Be patient. Be disciplined. Here comes a break of these 730s now. 726s. Are we going to get to keep cutting lower? Let's see here. If we break, we go down to the balance area of 650. If we break up, then the market will look for balance at the area of 850. Let's go, Bears. Queen's a part of it. Hey, if our short queen's selling, that might be an indication of where we're going. Let's go, Danny. Here we go into the 710s now. This is where the volume is going to start picking up a little bit. Sweeping through that range at the 720s. I think the 710s are going to be the next spot here where I can imagine us trying to hold. Kind of like we're trying right now. Kind of want to try it. Kind of want to be patient for my 680 fill possibly. I just feel like it's going to be more resistance for us to continue lower here. We'll see what happens. Sellers are into the 7. What do we get to? The 712 there, 716. Coming into these wicks. Wouldn't mind seeing it try to hold. It's a tricky trade, but here we go. Into the 712s again. Another flash. I can imagine price trying to hold here, guys. I have my order down at the 688s, but I think we could try to hold this price. VWAP is curling still up now. About 2.5 points from the 15-minute range. This was the first spot that we mentioned we could find some holding. Short from the 766, finally broke out. Yeah, man, we finally broke. You're short from the 66. Good trade, Jay. Hope it works out. Overall direction is up. Now we only take trades short-term direction. Now I'm still looking for longs. We'll see. Heikinashi breaking point is what I trade. 15 minutes is a bearish doji, looking like it's a turning bearish under 715. Okay, I like that. Starting to bearish turn. Heikinashi. I like that analysis, Chai. Thank you for the insight, King. I'm going to keep our order here at the 688s. I think we could hold the 710s here. I'm not going to lie. In my personal opinion, I think we could easily try to hold this price, but we'll see. We'll see here. Volume starting to finally come back a little bit now. Provides some type of opportunities. VWAP still curling up. Just shy of the 15-minute range high now. I definitely would like any VWAP fire. Obviously, I would take any VWAP touch there for try to get the longs to hold. But I think we might even try to be holding this 710 price. It's tricky. Kind of want to take a stab at it. But I really want to see a little bit lower. Really, truly. I think we could try to hold these 710s though, like I mentioned. Starting to see some volume. They're trying to hold it as well. Heikinashi rotated. Now you want to see the 725 hold for more down. Yeah, if we break back up above the EMA, I'm definitely going to think this is the bottom of this little move. $7.15s, kind of think they could hold here. We have a new trend line, family. Let's draw it out for us. Stay aligned. See this start to break. Could get crazy. I really wanted to try to trade this previous wick here. It's just hard because of You know what I mean? Now you want to see 75 covered for a quick 50 points. Let's go, Jay. Way to get in at the top there, King. Good trading, good short. Yesterday high, hold. Great analysis, Queen. 707s. That's where we came into. Previous day high, found some more support. Actually, we actually didn't auction it at it quite yet, actually. Which would be a nice spot to maybe hold for a target. I don't trust to sell because if big players want to go down, we go fast after sweeping 75 like we did Friday. Exactly. That's why I can't get in yet. That's why I want to find a long, ideally. Back up above the 25s in this EMA. If we continue to hold this, I imagine we find some support here. Previous day high, we did pretty much auction. We front ran by a few points. 707 was previous day high. Now we're at 710s. Hourly chart, you can still see coming up into this volume spike at the 30s again. Sellers, if they own that, we might go actually push. VWAP is now at the 76s, so 2 points from a high of the 50-minute range. If the buyers break through this trend line and start holding, I imagine we are just going to kind of stay in this range. Got a little bit of a goop on these shorts. Let's go, Sobs. Goop, 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 goop. Let's go, King. Way to get in. 675 to 650 long entry. 675 to 650. I like the 680s right now for my personal long entry. I don't imagine us getting all the way down to VWAP at the 76s, but we'll see. We'll see if we can hold here. You can see we're still starting to respect this trend line slightly. I still don't mind a attempt, though, at holding these 710s. Don't mind us trying to hold these 710s. Stuck below this trend line. VWAP is curling still. 2 points from the high, the 15-minute range. I really want to see a little flash. I like our price a lot, to be honest with you, family. The 688s, I think, could really try to be a nice spot if we do get a fill down there. Obviously, we could flash towards the VWAP from there a little bit more, but I like this fill. Otherwise, we're going to hold these 710s. This previous wick here where we had this volume spike continuation and then another wick retest, and now the price came in and held it again. If we continue to hold here, I imagine we're going to get a nice little push up into this wick and then maybe a retest of these 710 again. But right now we're stuck below this trend line. This is the bear bull flag breakout. Pretty clean bull flag, honestly. So we'll see what happens. Be patient. Great day to be practicing discipline, guys. King, did you heard slap entry before? Did you heard a slap entry before? Never heard of that. What does that mean? Slap entry? Like you slap an entry? You mean like just slap an order? Is that what you mean, King? Slap the market. Market in. Here we go. Sellers defending this trend line once again now. We'll see if we can actually break through these 712s. Volumes decompressing, which indicates to me that we might try to hold. I still like our order at the 688s. We'll see if we get a chance. TFF, what is your code for? Trading for freedom, baby. And it's for, we have Tradeify, we're on Apex, and Lucid. Lucid Trading, Apex, and Tradeify. You can use TFF, code trading for freedom. Because what are we trading for, family? We're doing it for our family. We're doing it for freedom. TFF, code trading for freedom, baby. Sellers swept through those 610s there, 710s there. EMA starting to respect this trend line as well. I like our order still for the 688s. We'll see if we can get this to hold. VWAP is obviously a little bit below. Maybe we get a chance for a fill here. Might get a chance. 20 points from our fill order. NASDAQ coming in. Here we go. First selling starting. I'm going to leave our order on, family. We just got flashed there. 693. 5 points from a fill. Might get a fill here. First trade of these 150K accounts, maybe. When you have a zone that gold market reverses from, then goes to a 1 hour candle or 15 minutes, then you will see the candle open up, go, then get slapped to get back, and then you enter it open. See 1 hour chart, you understand. I have to reread that. When you have a zone that the gold market reverses from, then goes to a 1 hour candle or a 15 minute, then you will see a candle open up and then get slapped to get back in. Re-entry open. See a 1 hour chart, you understand. 1 hour chart in the hourly on the gold. I'll have to check that out, Amy. First, I'm trying to pay attention to this. We almost just got a fill. I think we might get a fill. Think we might get a fill. These 687s, 88s. Want to see a little tap. VWAP is right below, so it might be safer to wait for the VWAP, but I'm going to let us get some more size here. Don't tell me you're going to front run me by a point there, Nazi. Come get us, Queen. Let us be a part of the reversal here. Pretty interesting turnaround here, though, on the NASDAQ. Stuck inside of that range. VWAP might be the safest play here. 650s could even play. I don't really like the way we're auctioning below VWAP. I actually might have to front run for VWAP here, family, instead. This wick is interesting, but I'm looking for the top of the 15-minute range and VWAP now. 678s. I imagine we get another little dump fill. Trying to get the best fill that we can. Let's see it happen for us. Come get VWAP for us. There's that wick. We would have just been tapped into our original position. Want to see VWAP fire here. Might be our first trade of these 150Ks. Can we get an opportunity? Want to see a little tempt at the VWAP. After all of that, would be a really nice fill. Come on, NASDAQ. Come get us down to the 678s.
Order fill.
Just got tapped in, family. Want to see VWAP hold here. Finally tapping into the top of the 15-minute range and the VWAP. We should get a decent reaction if it's going to play for us. Going to give it a little bit of room. Going to go to buy, sell 15 stops. Not going to give it too much room. Buyers should really defend here if we're going to get any reaction whatsoever. They should be fairly safe to hold. Not loving where the EMA is at. Big volume's going to be coming in regardless at this price. 650s is the only thing I'm a little afraid of. We could come down to try those 650s out. Want to see some volume coming in so we can put a break even on. Decent little move. Can't put break even on yet. Want to see this try to auction back towards the EMA here. Come on, NASDAQ. Give us a chance here, Queen. Want to see this close a little bit strong. An EMA touch will be honestly a pretty safe exit at the 700s. I'm going to put our break even on. And maybe we look for it just to rotate. I'm going to be patient here. Want to see at least an EMA try to fire. Up into the 700s could be interesting if we get some volume spike to come back in. Obviously, VWAP was going to be an opportunity. Can we get back up and around these 700s? Break even could easily fire us out of this. Come on, buyers, defend this. Really should probably leave a little bit of risk on, honestly. To really try to get this to move for us, we should try to have our stops below this next swing. But I want to see the buyers try to hold. Push us back up into that EMA now. Come on now. Sellers clearly being a little bit stronger at this point. VWAP tap was pretty clean. EMA would be nice to see us try to hold. I'm going to scale a little bit here. Make sure we just take a decent little move. Get up through there, Nazi. Come on, Queen. 700 going to be the spot. I want to see him try to defend it. Nice. There's an EMA tap. Can we get through there? It's going to be the clear obstacle here at the 700s. Clear obstacle here at the 700s. Can we get through? Obstacle at the EMA and the 7s is going to be the obvious spot. I want to see the buyers trying to defend. Can we push up through that EMA now? We're going to have our order at the front running of this previous swing. I want to see a little bit more volume come in for the longs. Come on, baby. Get back up there, Queen. Got to get through this EMA. Otherwise, we're definitely going to be imminent for a break even here. And really, I should have this back at this price.
Stop fill.
Yeah. Still not opposed to trying it. I might try one more at the 650s if we get a fill down there. Sellers bringing us back below the VWAP here now. Interesting. Interesting. No, NASDAQ, man. I mean, could be, man, not gold. Bruh, she better fill you in. Whole risk-free trade. Now let's go. We need them will buyers. I'm respecting a fair value gap both on ES and NQ if it closes above. Sorry, terrible Stranger Things joke. We need them will buyers. Let's go, NQ. This is the last form of the FU fair value gap, so if it breaks, this could reverse and break lower. Well, family, I mean, we did take a trade. We tried our best. Y'all saw it. VWAP wanted to see if we could get some holding there. I still think we might. But I don't know. It's tricky the way that we're auctioning into this price. I'm going to be a little bit more patient. Seeing a VWAP touch on the hour, or an EMA touch on the hourly wouldn't be bad. Previous had high these 690s. Interesting. Overall, interesting. I'm going to give this potentially one more chance here. Hey, Chai. I know you mentioned having the Haikanashi. Where is this looking at for you in your world? Nothing wrong with that. With a Thaui Wowie on the day, my G. Nothing too wrong with a Thaui Wowie, my boy. You right. W trade, W break even. Let's go, Mar. Appreciate you, King. Looked for a little more. We were up like 1,100 at one point there on the break of that 699. I wanted to see it try to hold. Classic VWAP tap. If we start holding VWAP again, it could hold. Did we slap here, candle open? Did we slap here, candle open, then create low? The get slap on a get up 1 hour candle. I'm going to have to, I don't really quite know what you mean, by the get slap thing. We're back inside of the 15-minute range now, guys. VWAP curled all the way up here. I still like this to try to hold. Volume came in right there on that candle. Wasn't able to push down much lower. Kind of still like this to try to hold. We might take one more attempt at this. Obviously, the value area at 650 feels like it could fire, so. I'm going to have an order here, buy 15 limit at this 650 price, 654s. But if this starts holding VWAP, I imagine we actually get to play. Below VWAP would be pretty wild to see the sellers take that down there. Really, I want to trade the actual 650s. Kind of think we could hold here. Kind of want to try it. Below VWAP now, though, so be cautious. We're officially below VWAP now. Strong close below, or not strong close, but a close below. If you zoom out now, look at the hourly chart. I mean, we officially stuck inside of the range. Biggest volume candle of the day, if you look at this chart, is the 650s. So that's why I'm willing to try one more attempt at that price. See if we get a chance at a fill there. We front ran and got stuck with below those 800s again. Very interesting. Very interesting. Price looks like it's trying. I want one quick flash. Since it's 11, playing it safe throughout the here, make it for a better call. Since the move already happened, been done, and anything after is 50-50. Honestly, pretty straightforward there, Mario. You're right, King. At this point, it is a little 50-50. Interesting. If we get below VWAP, I'm kind of thinking full day reversal at this point. Midpoint of orb is 643. Tinez, I kind of agree with you, King. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of risk here. Get in at the 650s. It obviously feels like we could reverse, but I don't know. Just interesting. Here comes the EMA touch with the VWAP. At this point, if this doesn't hold, then it might just be a full reversal day. Honestly, it very much could be after defending that price again. I have one order at 651. We'll see what happens. 643, he said, is midpoint orb, so. Here comes the EMA. This is what I wanted to see, is the EMA interacting with the VWAP here. I want to see what happens. I obviously would have liked to be involved with it, but it's a risky trade nonetheless. We are below VWAP, so it's a little bit less enticing to see this hold. Now we're cutting below. Interesting. Very interesting price action all around. That reaction just kind of makes me not love this 650 fill anymore. That is a pretty gross reaction up at VWAP there. Immediate rejection of the 15-minute high and the VWAP. Kind of makes me not want this fill anymore. I'm taking it off. Might just be a full reversal. Market goes back to balance area 650. Now if we want to buy, we should see price not break 625s. There comes the selling. Incredible. Incredible price action, honestly. What a day. Targeting back into that EMA on the hourly there. Wild. I would have been filled into this. Big volume selling. It's kind of hard to join after the rejection of that VWAP. I kind of want to try along here, but it's hard to get in after that rejection. Dave said the 643s. We just tapped into that price. And selling is still getting pretty strong through here. Wow. Could be a full reverse for sure. Kind of impressive selling, honestly. Defending up at the 770s. That was that Friday spot where the sellers actually defended and started the selling. Looks like it's starting to happen again. Now getting into the midpoint of the 15-minute range. We are at the 650 fill price, so it's interesting to see what could happen here, but EMA is now cutting pretty aggressive. The VWAP starting to turn back around. Wild little price action there. I think for my strategy family, we're gonna have to probably call it here. Had a little tiny trade today. We wanted to see VWAP hold. Obviously it didn't. Top of the 15-minute range got defended with these wicks again on that candle pretty aggressively. Coming down into the 650s. Does look like it's trying to hold, but really risky trade overall. Hallelujah. Back to 760 in the Erdene. After that, 340 candle where I went short and then the longs went to the moon. Let's go, Queen. So you're back into mad profit. So happy for you. Good trading today. Overall, great trading today. Really tough day in my opinion. So here comes the EMA tap at the 663s. I'm going to try one more VWAP short, I think. Feels risky just because we did just officially touch into this big price that I wanted to be originally in with. So it's tricky. Tricky. For sure, tough trading day. Really was. Really, truly was. Good day for us to practice, though, all around. Longs are trying to defend these 650s again. So, I mean, it's tough for me. They tried it again. Here comes the VWAP. Part of me wants to try to short this VWAP right now, guys. Huh. Wild. This might reverse back up. I agree with Amin. I will not take that short, King, until I see price not break 775 and go back to 650. Then I take it. Now I want to see if this breaks 775. We go targeting high a day. Yeah, I'm just... Dang, I'm upset with myself for getting feared out of that 650 long, but we'll see what happens with it. EMA's now trying here. I'm going to extend this trend line out. Could be an opportunity up and around that trend line reaction. After the buyers officially gave up VWAP. This hourly candle starting to invert again, though, so. As long as we're above the 15-minute range, don't bother. My break even is at 700. We will probably come get me. Your break even's at 700, so you're short from the sevens. Like a Minecraft villager. He's still on. Hi, Saucy. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted that 650 long, but just that selling started scaring me. It felt like a lot like Friday there. Y'all cooking or getting cooked? I'm just kind of flat on the day, Bobby. It's a no trade day. It's better than an L day, brother. Live to see another. Good mindset, Mar. You right, King. Now I'm break even when we hit 70.75. If I go back to the 650, it is done for the day. If not, then goes hit that up. I'm going to wait for a sweep of the 700s. Couldn't trade this morning, so I'm here active. Let's go, Noah. Welcome in, baby. Appreciate you for being here, King. Yeah, it was pretty much a no trade day for me. We'll see if the VWAP holds here. I got scared out of that 650 long. How could I not? You know what I mean? Like, how could I not be a little bit scared out by that? Pretty crazy. Another trend line touch. Hourly candle starting to look pretty juicy. I'm going to try one attempt at it, guys. Tight stops on this. You know what? I don't know. Would you consider the high contract trade today? No, Sauce. There's nothing to trade on that, brother. Shit, 177 by 5 is still almost 900. Goat. I appreciate you, Bobby. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, no, we haven't even gotten the opportunity yet, Sauce. Plus, I'm pretty sure it's a... I have to scale in. I was thinking shorts to 631, Theo. I almost want to try this long tap right here. I was thinking shorts to 631. Targeting the 631s. Yeah. It's not a bad play. As long as we're stuck below VWAP, I don't mind that, Theo. No need to risk more. I like it, Bobby. You're right. The same. I was get scared, but when I see that all the time, price react to my levels, then I don't care if I hit stop loss. Go for the next chance. Tradeify, just take the day off, brother, and we start again tomorrow. Tomorrow you can trade again, and that's my community right there, keeping us aligned, keeping us focused. Y'all are right. No reason to take anything else. We tried. We took a nice chance there. Overall price action is nothing too spicy right now. I still like today's range, guys. So overall, something to celebrate is that it's better than price action was all December. So we can at least hang our hat on that. And yeah, let's get out of here. A little intimidated by the market today just because it was just, I don't know, rough. I wanted that 650 long, but got scared out after we were stuck below VWAP there. So we'll see what happens for the rest of the day. But y'all are incredible. There's 40 people watching that being a part of this community of amazing traders trying to get better every day, trading for our family, trading for freedom. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being here, showing love, hitting the like button, being a part of the conversation, keeping us all aligned, picking each other up. So I love you guys. We're going to call it here for the day. We'll be back tomorrow. Kind of a break-even day, but overall better than an L. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Drink some sun. Get some water. Hug somebody you love, and we pick up the momentum again tomorrow, all right? I love y'all. Take it easy. Good luck for the rest of the trading day. Peace.